Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. If you are new to my channel, what is up, girl or sir? Welcome to another vlog. We're going to work today. Y'all see it's still dark outside. It's because we got to get up at the crack of dawn. If you're familiar with my channel, welcome back. Let's see how today goes, right? All right, you guys, so I actually have my same patients back that I had on Sunday, which is the last day I worked here. Actually, one of them I had on Saturday. That's the one who fell and I had to transfer to ICU. Then my other one I have back is the one I got on Saturday when we had to switch assignments. So I'm still ICU today. They're no longer on isolation. They're actually doing pretty good. One is on 9 liters high flow and the other one's on 6 as of 8 o'clock yesterday. So I'm thinking we could probably downgrade the 6 liter one. I'm not sure what they're going to want to do with the guy who had the Guillain Barre, if you guys remember from one of my other vlogs. But yeah, so we'll see what happens today. And I also only have 2 patients, so I'll probably get an admission, but I'll keep you guys updated. All right, you guys, I'm going downstairs to get some breakfast. I did bring oatmeal. Like, I bring oatmeal every day, but I'm just gonna go get something to eat. All right, so back downstairs. Welcome to the cafeteria. So I was gonna tell y'all, I already got like another patient. So me and the other IMU nurse were both open to receive a patient. So I saw like earlier this morning there was someone on the board, which means there was someone to come to our unit. So they actually was just a transfer, so I didn't have to do a full admission. So she was admitted for like COPD. She's on 3 liters of oxygen, which is her baseline at home. But they found out she was COVID positive. So that's why they were transferring her to our unit, because like we're the only COVID unit here. So I received her, got her all set up, gave her morning meds, ordered her breakfast. So we're gonna start the the COVID medication treatment on her. So until then, I'm like, let me go downstairs to eat. I already had medicated like all my patients and stuff, so we're good on that end. All right, you guys, so I'm back with another update. Honestly, there's really not much going on today. I just wanted to check in with y'all. It's one of those patient care type of days where it's not much going on, so I can do like little things like brush their teeth, help them go to the restroom. Like, I don't have to delegate to the tech as much because I have time. And it really helped that I already knew 2 of these patients previously, so it's pretty easy. My newest patient that is COVID positive, she has a COPD, and like I said, that normally she's on 3 liters at home. She's doing really well. It's like we've been here for 24 hours, so I didn't have to like do a lot of labs on her or anything like that. There is one lab I have to do, but I couldn't do it because her skin is like fragile, so I'm going to get the vascular access team to do it for me. So I requested for them to put in another ultrasound guided IV. So when they do that, we could just get blood from that. The IV that she has now is already ultrasound guided, but it's not pulling back blood. So I'm requesting for them to put another one in so we could just get labs from there, because they're going to keep drawing labs on her. And honestly, like, since her blood vessels are so fragile, just in case her other IV blows, at least we'll have a backup. So that's the plan for now. Like I said, not much going on. So I'm about to chill for as long as possible. It's a little bit later in the day, so only have like really like one more true round to do before we have to leave. So let's hope it stays like this. All right, you guys, so we have reached the end of the day, and actually something did happen before I had to go. So my new patient who came from the other floor who tested positive for COVID today. So they have been diuresing her, which basically giving her diuretic stuff to make her pee to get excess fluid off of her body, because on her CT of her chest it was showing that she had pleural effusion, so like fluid accumulation in the lungs. So They wanted to diurese her, get the extra fluid off of her, so they're just hoping she would pee it off. So with that means you need to monitor her intake and output, making sure like she has a good amount coming out. So by the end of the shift, I had her connected to the PureWick so I can monitor like her output, and it had only been like 100 milliliters in the whole container for like the whole shift. So I asked my tech, like, hey, like, did you change any diapers for her, like, or anything like that? And she was like, no. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and bladder scan her so I can see how much urine she still has in her bladder. So when I did that, this lady had 1,227 milliliters in her bladder, which is like a lot. So luckily I did that before I left just to make sure, because that could have been bad. So I did that, and then there's a protocol that we can do to just go ahead and straight cath the patient, which I did not know. I knew at my old facility, but I'm still like, if I've not encountered stuff here, like specific situations, I'm not sure how it works at this facility yet, because I'm still like somewhat new. So I was asking them like, oh, hey, do I need to get an order from the provider or anything so I can straight cath this patient, or I could just put a Foley in? And they said apparently like you can just, there's a protocol where the nurses can just straight cath the patient based on the amount, but there is no set amount, which I'm still like, where I worked before, there was like an amount you had to be over before you straight cath, but 1,000, like, that's like a lot. So I was still in the clear regardless, but I just wanted to know for informational purposes. But the charge nurse didn't know, so I was just like, whatever. So she was like, okay, you can go ahead and straight cath the patient. If you have to straight cath more than once, then you put in the Foley based on the protocol. So y'all, I really thought I was about to go in there and like knock this straight cath out. I thought I knew what I was doing, which I do know what I'm doing, but I haven't done like Foley or anything like in so long, because I'm just like always with COVID patients, which is always respiratory. So I was literally just saying today, like, I'm losing my skills, because at this point COVID is a specialty and all we deal with is the lungs and maybe the heart. So I tried twice to get the straight cath. I could not even get it. And it's so funny because I used to, like, I don't want to say look down on nurses, but they used to tell us in nursing school, like, oh, people have trouble with Foleys and straight caths and stuff. Like, they can't tell the difference between a urethra and the vagina. And I'm like, no lie. On some people, it is not very distinct. So she's one of those people. She's skinny, and sometimes, like, with obese patients, it's hard to see it with them, too, because there's, like, excessive fat. But she's so small, I was like, oh, it'll be, like, easy. I'm just going to put it in and, like, you know, that'll be the end of it. No, it was not the end of it at all. So I tried to, like, even, like, the tech was in there with me. We're like, okay, this is the clitoris. This is the vagina. This is the anus. Where is the urethra? So we're like, okay, it has to be in there somewhere. But like I said, it wasn't distinct holes and you couldn't see anything. So I was just doing it blind, as we would say. So I tried twice. I was unsuccessful. So this is all towards the end of the shift. So I go ahead and give a report, and then I give the night shift nurse report, and then we go in together to attempt. And she was able to get it. Literally, I feel like I poked in the same exact spot. It all looks the same. But what she did, which is a new trick for me that I haven't seen before, is that she put a pillow underneath the patient's butt to help lift her up a little bit. And I guess that might have also given her a better angle. Now, one of my other nurses did tell me, like, oh, hey, did you try having her cough to see if it will show that way? Because they say sometimes if you have them cough, it'll, like, expose itself. But that didn't work because she has like a very weak cough, so it just didn't do anything. But it's nice to like see other people do stuff, because then you could pick up some tips and tricks for them, like on how to go forward, like with doing certain skills or whatever. So that was actually very helpful. But on another note, this lady, I think she was like literally about to put this straight cath in without cleaning the patient. I kept saying, I said, so you're going to clean her, right? You're going to wipe her with the swabs, right? And then she's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, she already literally had, like, the what is it called? Not the urethra, the catheter. She literally had the catheter, like, lubricated with the lube and had it in her hand, like, looked like she was about to go put it in. And I was like, hey, you're going to clean that, right? You're going to clean that, right? And so she did it. But I'm like, was she not gonna clean it? Like, questions that need answers. But anyway, I'm glad she got the urine out, because just this was struggling, guys. But that basically was probably the highlight of the day of things that happened. So that happened with that patient. My other patient who had the Guillain-Barré that we've had before, he did okay today, worked with physical therapy. I put down his oxygen just like by 1 liter to see how he would do. So I think he's on 8 liters now. Yeah, 8 liters high flow. And then my other patient I had, who I also had before, that's just regular COVID positive patient, I downgraded her today from IMU, and now she is on 6 liters, which is what she was on when I got her, but I had her like get up and walk to the restroom and do other stuff today. So that concludes today's vlog. I will be back tomorrow with another come to work with me vlog. So if you are interested in these vlogs, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like my content if you like my content like this, yeah, go ahead and like it. Leave a comment if y'all have anything to say. We can chat it up in comments, and I will see you guys tomorrow.